What's going on, y'all? This is a video for anybody who lives in New York or who is considering moving to New York. New York is just really becoming only for somewhere to live for the rich, because they are pricing out even the middle class. It's just horrible. You have very, very expensive skyrocket rents. I'm talking like a 1,600 and up for a 2-bedroom, and that's kind of low. 1,800 for a 2-bedroom in a ghetto, in a really, really bad neighborhood. What are they trying to do? And in the city, if you want to try to go out to dinner, and parking is a nightmare. If you do decide to park, I'm gonna just share something with you. Okay, the other day I went and had dinner in the city. This was the price. You see it? $22. Okay? $22 to park. And on a weekday, they charge you usually in the regular boroughs, in the area where there's not like regular neighborhoods. You don't have to pay the meter until after 7. After 7 is free. And I thought it was the same in New York City. I'm talking about downtown around 42nd Street and the lower Manhattan. They charge you from 6 to midnight. You still have to feed the meters all day long, pretty much. That's just horrible. I mean, people talk about go out and vote for the mayor, get involved. What are you doing? People who are voting for these mayors and these governors, that's how you treat your voters? Why? Because you live in a Gracie mansion, or you not affected by that? Why? Like, where's the outrage? Like, am I the only one who feels this way? I mean, it just keeps getting worse. It just keeps on going up. There's no caps, there's no freeze for the working class citizen who's trying to raise a family, or single people who even want to start a family. It's nearly impossible, because it's like you can't get a break. New York is like, it's over. First of all, it's overrated. But so exciting for tourists. It might be exciting. You go to the Times Square, the lights, the Broadway, a few restaurants, Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty. That's pretty much it. In the center, it's all saturated in that one area right there. After that, it's not much to be raising people or charging people all this money for what? To see a show. And if I do want to go and see a show, I'll be broke after the time I pay for parking. Or if you got to worry about your car being towed if you park in the wrong zone, and then you got to pay. It's just horrible. The ticket, if you get a ticket, if you park, come on, man, it's just disgusting. And why are you charging people for little small ass apartments, 1 bedrooms, 1,300, and making studios 1,100? They got people who live in New York City, I'm talking about in Manhattan, paying $3,000 and better for a studio. That's not cool. That's not cool. It's greed. Greed is behind all of this. And I remember a few years ago the Occupy Wall Street movement. The people were just taking to the streets and just taking over Wall Street because they were just tired of how New York City was doing, the residents. And I understand. It's like something, and then they got rid of them. They got a team of people when they cleared that out. Because why? They want everything to be quiet and everybody to go along with everything. The subway is almost $3. The express bus is almost $7 one way. Like, people are paying taxes. The streets are just you might hit a pothole every 2 miles or within a mile. Come on, New York City. Come on, like, This is outrage. It's horrible. How dare you charge somebody $22 to park their own car that they already pay registration for, that they gotta pay if they leasing the vehicle, you gotta pay a car note. Then you gotta pay insurance. If you give somebody a ticket on top of their car note and insurance within 1 month, what you trying to do? You don't want nobody driving? Like, y'all haters. Y'all haters in New York. Like, whoever the congressmen and the congresspeople, people need to start getting rid of these people who they promise all of these things. When you watch the news, you get me elected in office, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Then they get in there and they forget about us. They completely forget. And that's why it's all crap. It's all lies. Don't get caught up in all those lies, man. Represent for your city. Start making calls, start making complaints, or just start, you gotta start boycotting certain things. Dollars and people, and power is in your money. Financial literacy is also very important. But I'm just tired of the way things are going. I'm just tired of New York City, period. How you charging people all top dollar rent, and then you go back further up north in New York, people paying like $500-$600, living like kings and queens in mansions with property. They got acres of land, and people say, "Oh, why don't you go and move up there?" Excuse me, it's just move up there. People have jobs here. People have family here. It's not that easy to just go and uplift your roots and just go live somewhere cheaper. When you're in New York, and I've seen the steady climb in prices. They don't want nobody. Then they talk about affordable housing, but then they give you a price cap. Oh, if you make this amount of money, you don't qualify. And then the people who do qualify, if you're on Section 8 or you're getting public assistance or anything to help pay your rent, sometimes it's hard because you living in a neighborhood where people got to get up and go to work in the morning, and the people who are on public assistance or get in Section 8, they don't care about that because they don't have to get up. So they'll blast their music. It's really hard. It's the quality of life is very poor because you got two classes of people living in the same building. It's just unheard of. It's ridiculous. And that's why people are really hurting each other. That's why there's a lot of crime. Because the people that can't afford to live in this area. And what's happening is becoming more unsafe. This is the safest New York has ever been. And crime is still, it's not safe. It's not safe when people can't afford to live. And some people can't afford to put clothes on their back. Come on, man. What are y'all doing to us? If you're a person who happen to live in New York City and you feel my pain, or you think that you somebody considering moving and just you think New York is exciting to live there, and New York, be prepared. I'm not saying don't come here, but I'm just letting you know your pockets better be right if you plan on living in New York, because New York, they're making it for the rich. A lot of people trying to get out. They done gentrified Brooklyn, they done gentrified Harlem, and they pushing people out. And the neighbors, the neighborhoods that are already conditionally poverty stricken, there's people moving in there slowly but surely, and the rents are going up. They're not staying. I don't know how people are going to be able to afford $2,000 soon for a 2-bedroom apartment. You gonna have people. That's why they got a whole bunch of people having roommates. Nowadays, you gotta have roommates. You gotta live with a complete stranger just to survive in New York. It's horrible. And the people who are making these rules, they're living in a nice home with a driveway. Then they don't have to pay for parking tickets. Then this doesn't affect them. So this is pretty much why they don't care. I need more people. Somebody gotta stand up. New York is out of control. De Blasio, you promised a lot. I don't think you're doing much. Cuomo, he must have run for president. I don't think he's really. He's more focused on the 2nd Avenue subway. That was his project. Than he was with really. You got to be more in touch with the people, man. Working class people. It's not how you do things. How you gonna be middle class and you trying to push out the middle class? You don't do that. You don't do people who vote you in like that. You don't do people who you're supposed to be responsible. You're a public servant. You're supposed to be responsible for the people of your city. You need to take care of them, and you're not doing that. All right, y'all. I just wanted to post that and let you know. New York, It's for the birds. It's going down, man. It's going down in a brown paper bag. It's overrated. Somebody got to get something. Somebody in the office who really cares about the people. It's a disgrace to be charging people that much for rents, to be charging charging us that much money for parking, for tickets. Other day, I got a ticket. But it said because first of all, the ticket was the no standing. It was a red where I was at the trees. It's summertime. It was blocking the sign. I couldn't see it. The ticket was $115. There needs to be a cap on the amount of how far the fines go for these tickets as well. $115. If somebody's insurance is already $200 or $300, you put another $100. People gotta eat. People gotta pay rent. How you charging somebody a whole $115 for a ticket that is summertime and you didn't even cut the branches off the trees for them to see it? It should be a max, and it shouldn't be no $115. Y'all disgusting. Y'all despicable. It's real sad. Anyway, comment, like, subscribe. If you feel me, drop a comment below. And even more so, if you know something, if you know better, do better. And if you see something, say something. Push that button, though. Make it go red. Make it click on the red. Make it pop. And let's try to do something. Let's start to get more. Let's be more advocates for ourselves to try to take New York back or do something. Let these people know. Like all these congressmen, don't vote for them. Then don't vote for them. You know, boycott that. It's about rock the vote. Yeah, we did that, and it's still not helping us. They rocking us to sleep. You know, got to be more of an outcry. More people got to stick together. You know, let's take New York back. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. And I hope y'all have a good day. Later.